What is happening, guys? It's your boy TC back with another video. So as you all know, the Chelsea game has just come to an end. It was a very thrilling game in my opinion. Very good display from both teams, in particular by our team themselves. I do believe it was a very fair result, based on the fact that we do have some crucial injuries within the squad itself. So I definitely thought that we did fare quite well within this game. So just moving forward, we will discuss basically the team selection on the evening. And in goal, we obviously had Petr Cech. Wenger obviously reverted back to the back three. At the back, we had a very young British defence, if you'd like to say. We had Callum Chambers, Rob Holding, as well as Mustafi, who was obviously in the middle, who was taking charge of the defensive situation. The wing-backs were Hector Bellerín, as well as Maitland-Niles, so he had a fantastic game in my opinion. He's kind of let himself down towards the end, but we'll talk about that shortly. In the middle of the park, we saw the partnership of Jack Wilshere and Xhaka continue. Up top, we had the trio, which was Lacazette, Ozil and Alexis Sanchez. But as I said, the game was a very thrilling game and very exciting to watch if you are neutral. But on my part, I believe it was a very fair result. That was the similar result that we obtained against Chelsea, really, at the start of the season. So it was a 0-0 draw on that day. But today, again, I was expecting a draw based on the fact that we've suffered a couple of draws already during this particular festive period. So as I said, again, very fair result. I'll talk about our goals first. So the first goal, as you all know, was scored by Jack Wilshere, who was actually 18-1 to score first within the match. So those are very good odds if you'd actually gone out and put a bet for yourself in terms of Jack Wilshere scoring first. If you did, well done. But yeah, it was a fantastic goal. The angle was extremely tight. Talk about the keeper. The keeper, Courtois, made some fantastic saves throughout the whole match, really. Same applies to our keeper. Unfortunately, he obviously ended up conceding 2 goals. One of them was a rocket off a cross from Zappacosta, and he had no choice but to obviously just watch it go in, really. Alonso was in place to tuck it in, and it was a very good goal in my opinion. So talk about Chelsea. That was the second goal that was scored by Alonso. That was Chelsea's second goal, so that's when they took the lead. So we'll talk about their initial first goal. That obviously bought them the equaliser. It was a foul on Hazard by Hector Bellerin in the box. So I think, personally, I do believe, and I think that it was a very naive challenge. It should have been a bit more patient. He was facing away from goal. Obviously, we do know Hazard is very talented. He could have just turned and taken a shot, but I believe there was no danger in that particular situation. Plus, yet again, for the second week running, we're going to be talking about penalties. This one in particular, again, is very debatable. The contact, if any, was very minimal in my opinion. Hector Bellerin, again, he should have done certainly better, but he did obviously make it up by capping the performance with a goal. So I believe today he certainly performed much better than he has been in recent weeks. But again, yeah, I believe it was a very soft penalty to be given away by the ref. If you do remember last season against the Burnley game, I believe, Arsène Wenger actually definitely squared up to this ref in particular. Obviously today he's obviously refrained himself based on the fact he's got a looming stadium ban. I will be putting out a video on that shortly. But yeah, again, I believe it was a very soft penalty to be given by the ref. They've obviously equalised. Very good penalty taken by Hazard. And literally not too long left within the game, Chelsea then go 2-1 up. At this point, I'm thinking, oh my God, we're going to lose all 3 points, or even a point from the game, really. And they've obviously gone 2-1 up. As I said, brilliant cost from Zappacosta. We did see the change as well. So Moses was getting booed by the crowd for certain reasons at the start, for events that took place at the start of the game. But when Zappacosta came on, because what happened was Maitland-Niles did have Moses in his pocket. He was able to manage him. He was calm. He was very collected throughout the whole game. His crosses, again, were fantastic. There's one cross in particular that stood out to me from Maitland-Niles. We'd done a couple of step overs, flicked it over into the box. Alexis Sanchez just about made contact with the ball, but it was slightly a bit high for him, so he was basically unable to reach it. But yeah, Maitland-Niles done absolutely fantastically well. But when Zappacosta came on, it was a very clever change from Antonio Conte. Zappacosta obviously had fresher legs. He all of a sudden started to cause Maitland-Niles trouble, and that's when that particular ball went in, which was the second goal. But apart from that, Maitland-Niles put in a very, very good shift, as well as the two young lads at the back. I wasn't expecting Holding, really. I was actually expecting Wenger to play four at the back. But again, both of them did put in a semi-decent shift. Chambers and Mustafi, on occasion, were getting caught out of possession. And 3 occasions, Morata came through. He was clean through on goal. But unfortunately, it wasn't his day. And he was certainly unable to take those chances. So again, we certainly could have lost this game. However, we could also have won this game. Lacazette put in a decent shift, had a couple of chances, one in particular that the keeper just managed to save across. And again, it was a fantastic save from Courtois. He should have certainly taken that particular chance. It was a good turn and a good shot. Cahill was left behind and Lacazette managed to get his shot away. We certainly should have taken our chances. We did not take our chances. There was a chance earlier on in the first half by Alexis Sanchez. At that point, I thought, yes, we're going to go 1-0 up. But again, he should have been a bit more reassured on that particular chance. He should have taken a much better shot, in my opinion. And obviously, the keeper just got the slightest fingertip to it. And the ball ended up bouncing across the line, and it obviously did not go in. So we certainly did not take our chances. So another talking point I'd like to discuss now. Based on this result, we've obviously obtained a point from this game, which is better than nothing, really. But are we going to make the top 4? There are clubs above us are certainly vying for those positions. Obviously, Man United have been dragged back into this particular race. They've obviously also dropped points during this particular period. However, they've actually won last time out. So there's a number of teams vying for the top 4 spots, including Liverpool, Chelsea, Tottenham and ourselves. So it's going to be a very, very difficult season. It's going to be a long, long race into the top 4. Personally, I do think we may certainly pip maybe Tottenham into those positions. However, as we're speaking now, they're certainly above us, not by many points, but it's going to be a long, long race. If we do want to find ourselves in the Champions League, I should say we should start taking the Europa League much more seriously. But as usual, guys, please do let me know what you think in the comments below. If you are watching this video and you're not subscribed to the channel, please do make sure that you do hit that subscribe button. So once again, guys, it's your boy TC from I'm Gonna Talk TV. And I'm out.